For the toss then, two captains are here and we have the match referee, Chris Broad from England. Gentlemen, it's all yours.
Well, it's a good call. It's a tail.
Inzi, you've won the toss. What have you elected to do?
We bowled first, I think is juicy wicket for the bowling. First Oram is I think is sport for bowlers.
So it's a fresh pitch. You think there'll be something in it early on?
Yeah, I hopefully I feel is something in it for bowlers. First half an hour, first 1 hour and a half, 30 minutes is good for bowlers.
Changes to your team today?
No, same team, sure of the result play.
Same 11 then. Shoaib still not quite right?
Yeah, he's still not fit, but hopefully he's fit for the next game.
It's a fantastic venue, isn't it, to play one-day international cricket?
Yeah, hopefully we try our best.
Thanks very much, Inzi. Good luck today. Stephen, bring you in. You've lost the toss. You're having a bat first. Thoughts on that?
Well, it looks a good surface. We're really going to have a bowl because there might be something in it early on. But it was a good surface last year, and hopefully it's the same again today.
Any changes to your team today?
Ian Butler comes in front row.
Ian Butler in, and I guess it's about keeping a bit of momentum going now, 1-0 up in the series.
Yeah, we probably haven't really created momentum yet. We did some good things in the last game, some things to work on. And we want to try and rectify those today, and we got 2-0 up, which is pretty important.
Fantastic setting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a great setting. We had a great day here last year, and the weather's even better. The ground's bigger now, so hopefully we can put a win on the board.
Okay, Stephen, thanks very much.
Thanks, good.
So there we are then, the toss has been made here in Queenstown. Inzamam Al-Haq has won it for Pakistan, and they will bowl first. Thanks very much, Gav. Shane Bonder's with me. You've got your Welsh Ian Butler, eh? Yes, I like to see Ian Butler playing. I think it's always great for the fans to watch fast bowlers. Disappointing there's no Shoaib, but I think the Butler Sami battle will be unique. So, relief in the dressing room, you think? Yeah, I think there always is, especially when you get down the bottom of the order. Okay, well, Craig Cunning, of course, at the front door. He's a local boy. He knows his pitch as well as anyone. Let's hope he knows it at the start of the innings from New Zealand point of view. Just confirming Pakistan. We've got the number one set with that look like. So no Shoaib, but hopefully for game 3 in Christchurch. Shabir Ahmed, Mohammad Sami, Abdul Hamid, Abdul Razak, they will have the newish ball, and they could be a handful early according to Jeremy Coney.
Let's give a new ball to Mohammad Sami. Run out. Stephen Fleming admitted later that it was his fault. He ran his opening partner out. So rather modest start. So here we go. First ball of the second one-dayer. And that might exercise the umpire. Yes, it does. So wide call made by Ahsoka De Silva. New Zealand underway. And of course the man at the other end, Stephen Fleming, batted well in the first one-dayer. Strike rate of 68. Wasn't always an opening batsman, but has put himself into that category now. There's a signal being made, and it's down towards the sight screen area. It's running. Well, a late decision. Very late decision. I think Pakistan probably felt that. So did I. I thought really that was looking to go down leg side. And I thought that, in fact, you can see it pitching outside off stump and angling down. Ahsoka De Silva made a couple of paces away to the left and then suddenly decided as an afterthought that Craig Cumming, you're gone. So New Zealand lose their first wicket. Cumming LBW to Sami to a ball that was, to me, angling down for a leg stump anyway, or just beyond. New Zealand lose their first wicket. It's 1 for 1. As we have a look at Hamish Marshall's career, and of course we know that he did very well in the recent tour to Pakistan. And here is a run from the back. Nicely thrown through by Marshall. And they pick up a couple. Goes for it. And it plays the third man, and that's a good stop. Salam Alahi down at third man, and a couple of runs for Hamish Marshall. out as the foot was touching the rope. Not sure whether the umpires want to check that or not. I think that's actually looking very like a boundary.
The man in the booth today is Gary Baxter. So let's have a look. Again, we're going to have another look. This is touch and go. Now, if he's touching with the foot and touching with the hand of the ball, I think you're right, Jerry. That'll be a 4. That's what he wants. Picks it up beautifully. Oram bounce.
Well, he did well here, Fleming, because he was that leg stump line, but he caught up with it. You see, that leg stump was just outside. Sometimes when he's not in good nick, he falls over too much. You miss out on those. If you lead with that, it takes a lot of pressure off you to get a boundary the stage of an over, and also get you off the mark. That helps.
Here's that Corey down towards third man. Bouncing a little bit there, Stephen Fleming. He got away with it. It's a powerful slip field. There are plenty of catches in.
Wasn't quite the horizontal backstroke of Fleming. The whip here he was after, and he thought it was short enough that it gave him time to see the ball. He could attack it. See, it was a sort of semi-horizontal and a back foot drive, looking to punch it away through the offside.
Goes after it, and that's a decisive shot. He really belted that, and while it was in the air, it was safely away from any fieldsman on another boundary.
Yeah, belted but precise, quite neat, and he saw the whip immediately. He's a short man. They tend to like the cut stroke. There was certainly time to see it, and he got a good contact on it. Forward first, then pressed backwards. Good swing of the bat. Oh, this is going good well so far.
Gone. Progress has ended for Hamish Marshall, unfortunately, and that Yousuf has taken a fairly simple catch at square leg. Marshall looked good. He's just chipped one away, and New Zealand have lost their second.
Yeah, Marshall just looked like he was wanting to turn one on the leg side there, perhaps get a single down the fine leg, and perhaps the nature of the pitch a little bit slow, and he's just popped it up the square leg for an easy catch.
Marshall goes. New Zealand have lost their second. He looks good, but just keeps getting out. He's out for 10, 25 for 2. Hero from Eden Park, Scott Styles, joins his captain in the middle with New Zealand in a spot bowler now. They're 25 for 2. They were asked to bat first. Brilliant knock just 4 days ago. The second one-day 100. Got a useful average and a very good strike rate. Yep. Nicely timed. He's an elegant player, Stephen Fleming. It really is. Can you get a boundary for that? That's a beautiful transfer.
Third player off his leg, Stephen Fleming, and just lifting the line again. I think the length's been stolen for Pakistan, but just that line, getting to Fleming's pads, and there's no better player in the world off his pads than Stephen Fleming.
Great shot. There's nothing the man at point can do about this one. Boundary in front of square on the offside.
Yeah, exactly. Scott starts very strong off the back foot through that area, and again, it's not really Australian in length, it's Australian line from the Pakistan. He's just giving him too much width, and it was a beautiful shot.
Oh, it's gone. It's gone. One bounce through it. Just too short. Staging up the back foot.
Same length, similar to what Sami was playing earlier, but probably really very slow, and if you're going to bowl that week, Scott Styles, he's superb on the full shot and off the straight shot.
So quick to seize on it. Almost don't put a foot forward as if to say I'm looking to get forward, but it's not exaggerated, and that enables him to get the balance onto the back foot. Goes past 9 we'll run down to the fence now. where to get on this? Is it Glove? There was Glove. Just throwing him round Shabir, and with the fine leg up, it's almost a card with some, it needs to be outside that off stump. He was able to catch up with it. Very handy for that. This side effort now, I'm trying to make the greatest effort there. Perfectly honest. Mahmood continues. Power 6. Aerial. And out. Well, there you are. Third wicket for New Zealand. Scott Styris for success. And the fourth one down is down for 10. That's a big blow for Pakistan. Fine feeling here. Boy, I tell you what, he made a lot of ground to get under this. The ball never arrived to Styris. He took it back of the bat. And that is an outstanding catch. Wonderful bit of fielding. So the man who stole the show at Auckland has been caught by Yohana. As he picks up the wicket. Won't move, but transpired him to make many runs for his side. Well, here's a chance because he's coming inside the first 15 overs. It's a nice stroke and a couple here. Maybe more. Now that has run away and that is a good sign. The outfield was slow last year and it has picked up a treat this year. Going to work hard for a chance to pick up a boundary. And started with his signature stroke. Yeah, that's the Stephen Fleming we all enjoy watching. Plenty of timing. And a very, very good sign in terms of the outfield. That ran away, good value for your stroke. Talking to Andre Adams yesterday, and he said he thought he played one superb in swinging Yorker. A strong shot from Fleming. That'll go to the boundary for 4. Good shot from the skipper. Oh, this is a good stroke because he's uppercut it over a backward point. Deliberately sliced it. Deliberately over that inner ring fielder. And using the pace, that's raced away. 36 Fleming, 6 boundaries. Good footwork. Quite convinced he does here. That's it! In the air gone. Yeah, that's a loose shot. That's stunned. He wasn't so clever on that occasion, Stephen Fleming. Looking to thrash through the offside. He couldn't get the length and it landed in basketball. How much time did Fleming have? How short is it? Yes, he was going into the cut stroke, I think. It may have been the extra bit of pace, even though that bobble, he should have been caught cleanly. And he really wanted to hit that one, so the skipper's but not at the right time. New Zealand 79 for 4. Big hitter, genuine world-class all-rounder at his peak. 177 matches. He's the old man of the side now without Chris Ayres being around. The strike rate's the key, 82. Is it that kind of day for an 82 strike rate? That's the key. Is it a chance for him to play the big shots, or has New Zealand gone in too deep too early? Wonderful timing. Easy. It was a lovely partnership they're starting to build, wasn't it? There's a new foundation you could see. First later. Yes, hands it away. I think we'll get 4 for that. Because I just got the feeling in the last couple of games he hasn't been watching the ball closely. He was out for a full customer. This is a good start. You see all the time he's round about short of the length, and all the batsmen can do is use the pace of the ball. 100 up to New Zealand. Straight through the gap. And Chris Cairns' run continues. And New Zealand are 104 for 5. Well, piece of bowling here. They're telling us to do at the start of a batsman sprinting at the wicket. Pitch the ball up, keep them coming forward, and that's a beautiful length that he starts racing again. So Cairns to pass for 9, and 104 for 5.
man for New Zealand is Jacob Oram. And there are the stats for Oram. Not a great average. Strike rate reasonable. Couple of 50s. And he comes in with a very vital time here for New Zealand. In the 30th over, 5 down. And just 104 runs on the board. He's got this fine and he's got it for the fence. Jacob Oram. So an aggressive start by the left-hander.
Superb stuff by Jacob Oram. He's one of the best players to spin. He uses his height beautifully, getting right out there, sweeping the ball, and that's textbook stuff.
Batting second over, and he's caught behind. McMillan got a touch, and New Zealand lose another wicket.
Another crucial wicket goes down for New Zealand. Charles Murphy's just balled away on that off stump. Very consistent line. McMillan just looking to give himself a little bit of room, get the one, main hedge, and no one's done the rest. It's a good catch.
Away goes McMillan in. He's out for 25. New Zealand in trouble. 112 for 6. You've got a wicketkeeper, Brendan McCullum, is the new batsman to replace Craig McMillan. And again, a modest average, a modest strike rate, just to 150. But he really has a job to do here. And New Zealand really needs to look for about 50 overs. Got it through, well played. Should just about make it, yes it will. Lots of beautifully played. Proven wicket for 4.
Superb batting from Jacob Oram. That's the strength of his as well, honestly, and he picks that beautifully. Picks up another very big 4 runs. Hopefully what this will do is to make the Pakistan captain push the field there. Hopefully you keep the field up and try and keep that pressure on, but that's superb batting. Taking the runs, bringing the field in, then hitting it back out over the top.
Yeah! Just a wee bit of reverse swing. And speed the middle. We toss. Pretty straight on. And the midfield too. One of the few mistakes to go in the field from the Pakistanis. Oram takes 4. Hamid down there, sort of a straight long position. It bounced quite nicely for him, and he's a right-hander, so he actually was going to the strong side. Should have done better, really. It's one of the areas, certainly New Zealand, I think, are superior, even though there has been some good little moments.
He did. Big shot this time. Great cricket shot. Good batting from Brendan McCullum.
You look at the bottom hand come into play here. He takes a little step, tippy off down the wicket towards the bowler. There she goes, and then the bottom hand comes in and whang. And it's into a gap too. The walking loft into cow corner. What you expect, no anything. Here's one again. Good strike, it was in the slot, he's got it away past him tonight. Down cricket from Jacob Oram. He picks up a half century. Wonderful character from the big man. 52 and 56 balls.
That's pretty well from Jacob Oram, and that's the area of strength. Those balls pitched up on a full length around on stump. He opens his front hit, loves hitting through cover in mid-wicket. That's been a 4 innings with his side in trouble, and hopefully now he can kick on, end up with a nice wee 80 not out.
This time Azam Mahmood went into that slot. Oh, good strike. Cricket shot. In fact, he stayed on leg stuff. He got just enough room to sling the hard volley through the covered field. And that is a beautiful stroke from a player who's growing every day in the arena. Wonderful stroke there.
It's superb stuff from Brendan McCullum. He's a real talented player, got all the shots. He showed there he's been walking across the stumps, hitting onto the leg side, giving himself some room, punish him through the offside.
Golden! Played
an eye on Oram. He's got his pressure level. I thought he gives himself some room because he just couldn't give it away. The good reward for Mohammad Sami there to end a very fine innings.
Perfect example of good bowling with Mohammad Sami, keeping the ball full to the batsman, and giving himself some room, looking to clear it, hit the ball out of the ground. That's Mohammad Sami, plain and simple, look at the ball. Let's over Jacob Oram for a thing, hits the 54, he's on 3 for 7.
Boys in good and his one in particular, due to Keenan's one-day form, of course, coming in late in the day, strike rate of 71. Second ball he faces and he just smokes down to the boundary. Well bowled, that was a poor option for the Tory because he just exposed the stuff so much he could never get any bat on it, and he is gone now. That is a bit of a shame because he is capable. He's actually got a bit of bat on it, onto his leg stuck just like Oram. Right smile from Victoria's he's got the one Well, Tuffy has taken guard. He's got Mohammad Sami with his back up. Full.
Yeah,
Right. So McCallum gets strike with 2 balls left in his over. Good bowling from Sami to pick up his 3rd wicket.
he just continues to bowl that length beautifully. Even though it's not a completely a Yorker roller, full toss is the next best thing. And it's really trying to improvise because his length was brilliant. Beautifully in the last game, he's backed it up with a magnificent innings here. It's great work.
It was a good strike because it was a slow ball and it was straight. He had to take on long on and he did it. 228, 6 off the first 2. He's got it past Carter. He's got it past the sweeper. And the crowd here at Queenstown are loving this from them. And the Carter drawn player. Big smile and whatnot.
Superb hitting here from Brendan McCallum, really putting pressure on the Pakistanis. Getting a total, I think New Zealand's going to have a great chance of defending later in the afternoon.
There he goes, there's a shot. Has it gone anywhere? Mohammad Khan has dropped it! It went straight up. He was trying to flick it over time earlier than Mohammad Khan. Well, it may not matter because McCallum's off strike, but they do pick up 1.
That's the shot Brendan Robertson. He does practice a lot of the nets, the old paddle over the keeper, and while Mohan, he's at a minties moment really.
New Zealand in these last 10 overs with 1 ball to go have added 83. Tuffy has the last ball. McCallum will come back for 2. Well done, Brendan McCallum. 235 in the 50 overs, 8 wickets down. He has carried New Zealand from a difficult situation when they were 112 for 6. Right through to 235. 56 not out to McCallum. Duffy finishes on 3. Outstanding, particularly that partnership with Jake Oram, 91 for the 7th wicket. So Cunnington early, Fleming held fort for a while when Marshall and Styles were gone for 10 apiece. McMillan 25 and Cairns 9 didn't quite offer enough until Oram and McCallum came together. Half centuries for both of them, and that has given New Zealand a big sniff
in the second one-day international. 9 for Victoria off his 5 deliveries. Sami 3 for 52. And Azza in the end went for quite a few. 1 for 69. After Razak set it up for Pakistan in the middle stages with a fine spell of 1 for 24 from 10. Malik 2 for 45 with his off-spin.
Pakistan's bowling today a little undisciplined with a number of wides, a few no balls thrown in as well. That's not true. Victoria doing his best to scoot around, but he can't make it. And that's a boundary to Oram, the left-hander, and Pakistan underway.
It's a typical subcontinent shot. A lot of risk there. Runs away. I think this outfield's got a bit complicated with this hot sun. Wasn't a bad ball from Butler either.
Beautiful day here in Queenstown. Just high overcast now, but certainly no drop in temperature. Now the fourth over being bowled by Ian Butler.
Talking about the bounce and the short stretch back, unable to keep it down. Oram has got big hands, he's got a long reach, and he sucks that one in. And Butler is back in this one-day time, big time, has picked up the first wicket. So what's our need is gone. It's good in for 1.
Pakistan in their quest to get 236 to win this. 14 for 1. That is pretty impressive figures. The man is 46th one-day international, good strike rate, 8 50s and 4 centuries. The figures are there. Put that away, played it nicely, and this will go to the boundary. Tip it off the stumps, hit that wrist, and it paid off for the batsman. 4 runs.
Good strike, but it was worth having a crack, Butler. He hasn't bowled that many full up. He went for one, I think, went for an LBW, and instead it went for 4, which can happen. This time, Salam Alahi gets that on it. No, he doesn't. He gets 4 though. Ian Smith has joined us from Smithy. You know, leading on to not pushing, son, I'll tell you. You got all the problems. That's the one that's gone for 4 leg buys. You're going with that, wouldn't you? Might be alright for you though. When they share them, it is. Top shot that. That's raced away to the back of point boundary. Pins. His first delivery. He prefers to bowl around the wicket now, and that was in the first one day at Eden Park, in run for hard. A big weave across the line, and he lost his poles. He's his first over in Auckland. We'll have a similar start here. Oh, that's a great shot. What a beautiful cricket shot from Fahar. It'll roll the whole way for 4. Some shots just have an infallible sympathy with the bowler, don't they? That actually, he's just waited for that very nicely. The New Zealanders have been fielding fairly accurately today with some urgency. This one he gets just to the side of McMillan. Look at the full face of that bat. 55 runs out of now by Salim and Fahar. In the air, down the ground, 4 runs. Simple as that. Good strong shot. There's a 50 up for Pakistan as well. Salim getting a good bat to that. I thought initially, just looking at that, that was going to go quite close to mid-off, but quite clear. That was on the inside of mid-off.
a wicket. One's a little bit wider, it's a wee bit shorter. And Sami goes to one that's looking to get it back to the point, and all he gets is a little mixed into the McCullum. That's what New Zealand needed at this stage, as Pakistan were looking dangerous. Elahi's gone for 14, and but they're now 52 to 2.
Vastly experienced, of course, Johanna, 156th one-day international, very healthy average of 43, 9 centuries. So Yousuf Johanna is the new batsman. He'll take his first ball from Jacob Oram and Benson.
Another boundary.
It's a good shot, but it's not a good delivery, is it? It's short, it's set up, and they're very, very good in that sort of area, the Pakistanis. See there, look, short, sits up and asking to be hit, really. No fielders back, very rare to see fielders back in that sort of area. So a ball from Cairns, 4 more. Pakistan on a roll. Third boundary of the over.
Well, it's a continuation of more loose deliveries from Chris Cairns. So the full toss, we had the short one before that was hit away through the leg side, and then the
up for Pakistan, 2 down. The left-hander on strike. Possible. Bad delivery, put away. Bad delivery. 7 from the over, 102 for 8. Which he does. Too short, too wide. Was in the air, but the placement was the key. So Imran Farah, with that shot, was 3 to 50. There's 50 at the turn as well. Strike rate of 74. And a wonderful shot here. Really, hand speed. Really smashing it through that gap and out to the boundary.
Comes, and he's got it away cleanly too. Good shot, and away it goes to the boundary for 4.
This quality batsmanship from Yousuf Johanna. Since he's come in, he's looked very composed, apart from probably the one no that he had earlier. He's batted beautifully, worked the singles, and now that New Zealand have brought the field up and attempt to get a wicket, immediately he's used his speed and hit over the top. That's great batting.
For 4 runs. Good bounce again from Butler. He's in a bit close.
The excellent bowling again from Ian Butler, and this is the way Imran Farah plays. It's not really textbook stuff. He doesn't leave the speed a lot outside that off stump. He tends to open the blade, which I think, which is most coaches around the country's nightmares about the way he plays. But he's got such a good eye and he plays it so well that it's a tough shot to stop for New Zealand. He's got a lot of runs through that area. And as you say, that could have gone to hand and changed the whole match. Unfortunately, Graham Butler went down to the boundary for 4.
Couldn't quite pull it in, Hamish Marshall. And the batsman tries for another couple of runs. 10 runs off the over. 150 for 2. 86 runs required to win. Nicely away behind point, so that will bring up the 100 partnership as they go back for the second, and that really is worth talking about in this game because it is the difference. New Zealand weren't able in the early stages to put any sort of partnership together.
They're still up on their 111 balls. It just shows the pull these guys being able to collect 4 or 5 runs and over with singles, nudging it round and how fast the partnership's been created.
Nice shot, beautifully played. And straight out the defence for 4. Batsmen now in total control of the situation. 32 overs bowled, 157 for 2. On the right, possibly, maybe, and it staggers into view. Any commitment still in this New Zealand field. They know they're all mine. Pushing it uphill here a wee bit. 76 required. As Johanna goes to his 50. And 160.
Superb innings from Yousuf Johanna. He's a fast act. When the minutes man will have the really experienced players of this Pakistan lineup, and the last test match in this game have shown that he's really stepped up and really side for a couple of a likely victory in this game, a victory in the second test. So Johanna, he's going to be a key man in the rest of this. Big hit, straight down the ground. Massive blow that, couple of bounces for 4. Taking it to go with Bucky this time really well. Put him off his leg with a release. Real confidence bowler for Hart. So often in the shadow of more senior players. Seems to go from strength to strength there. I believe that. Might have been a chance that was going on to hit. It wasn't a bad shot. Right arm over the wicket bowler to a left-hand batsman. Has to get the ball to straighten. Might have thought it was a shade high to soak it to silver. That's how I thought he would hit him. Over the top and pretty straight. We'll pick up 4. He can't get any purchase off the pitch. He can't get it to bite and turn. Johanna is almost playing with him.
Very wide on the crease.
Yeah, he is really.
I mean, that didn't really seem to trouble Johanna in flight. Through she goes, right through the gate.
Oh, this is a great shot. New Zealand would normally have a sweeper out to protect the boundary on the offside, but they can't afford to because they've got to create something inside the circle. That was a magnificent shot. Yousuf Johanna is really turning it on. Wide, on the up, and then lift the wind. With the back almost turning in the hand, almost in slow motion. It seems he's got that much time. And again, so one off the front.
He gave that everything. He gave that his breakfast, his lunch. Beautiful circular blow. Yes! Wanted to come down the pitch, and he just, in the end, covered straight inning. A beautiful shot. Outstanding.
And you can see the 50-run splits, and Pakistan, particularly from the 100 mark onwards, have always been able to reach those 50-run splits so much quicker than the New Zealand effort. Just looking at the run scored in terms of the balls faced, all quick to 150. It's been a bit of a quiz from there in comparison with New Zealand's. They've just been consolidating.
Nice shot again, Inzamam this time. He's got so much time. He just rocked back, and Butler is not slow. Rocked back and swatted it away back to the square.
I've got nothing wrong with the delivery, but if you're going to bowl it, you've got to have a man back for that, because it would have gone straight down his throat. And there's nothing wrong, as Shane Bond said at the start of the day, nothing wrong with telegraphing that as long as you've got the protection. And we'll put a few players on notice.
That's on its way to the boundary. That's well timed. There's a man patrolling behind square, but no hope. And another boundary. Just hit forward a square, and the timing is outstanding. Got away from the firstman, and it'll go all the way down to the fence. 4 more rules for Yohammad. Spin off the over. Pakistan closing in, 12 away from victory. You heard the neck, and the Pakistani captain is gone.
Now, the off-spinner with the slower ball and the bounce. Zimar was trying to catch up with it, and he did. Tony Hill says you're out of here. So Zimar slowly gets off the bar, including just 12 metre box now, 224.
Shad Malik comes out to bat for Pakistan right at the end. With just 12 runs required. And he's a vastly experienced player too. His 60th one-day international here today. Pretty healthy strike rate, and he can kick on when required. Straight up in the air, straight over the keeper's head, and down to the fence for 4. A bit of advice from McMillan to the batsman. All a bit too late though. Just 6 runs away now, Pakistan. This one well and truly, and finds the gap too. And now Pakistan need 2 runs to complete the victory. Steered away down to 3rd man by Yohammad, and Pakistan take the victory by 6 runs. And it deserved the win in Queenstown today. New Zealand were 235, and Pakistan improved the victory 236 to 4. Win by 6 wickets to square the series. So Yousuf and Yohammad leading the players from the field. 88 not out. Shad Malik there with him at the finish. And a lot of applause from the New Zealand team. They did not play today. Pakistan will get well today. Taking the victory by 6 wickets.
just confirming that Johanna was left 88 not out and 106 deliveries, Braha 87, and Shoaib Malik 9 not out from 6 deliveries. New Zealand bowling performance, though Shane, I think they've got a bit to work on still. They tried 7 options, but in the end they couldn't break through enough.
Yeah, just lacked a little bit of penetration. It seemed. I thought Daryl Tuffy was outstanding again, but bottom line, I think we saw a textbook partnership and a textbook way that a partnership should be developed during the one-day game, and if anything that New Zealand can take from this game, it's the way those guys went about it at the top of the order, and if we can do that, then we've got the lower order to capitalise and get a big score in the next match.
Okay, Shane Bondo reviewing the game as we look back on this fabulous day in Queenstown. It's 1-1 in this National Bank Series. Time now for the match presentations. Let's head downstairs to Gavin Larson. Thanks very much, Smithy. Yes, National Bank presentation time. I have with me Stephen Fleming first. Steve, 235, just not enough runs in the bank?
Yeah, no, we were short by 20 or 30, and that came about through soft dismissals throughout at the top, and we never really got partnerships throughout. We had 20s, look at the scorecard all the way through right until the end, where we probably did well to get to 235.
Bringing now in Zaman Al-Haq, the Pakistan captain. He's got a smile on his face. 1-1 in the series, Inzi. You must be very happy.
Yeah, I'm very happy because guys are really so good, especially bowlers in first 40 overs has done very well.
They worked very well as a team, your bowling unit, didn't they?
Yeah, it's very good because in the first game he's not quite on the right track. This innings his bowlers really work hard in the nets and now he's looking good.
Okay, we'll move on now to the National Bank man of the match, and we'll bring in Yousuf Johanna. Yousuf, congratulations, well done. Got a trophy here for you. Anyway, on behalf of the National Bank, well done. Very good innings.
Thank you.
You controlled it right through.
Yeah, I controlled innings. I tried my best. We played 40 overs, me and Imran. We planned there. We both played 40 overs, one match finish.
So is your strategy to give the strike more to Imran and let him play the big shots?
I suggest him play normal, not big shots. It was very easy wicket. We play normal cricket. End of the day, we easily match them.
And your aim clearly was to be there at the end.
Sorry?
To be there at the end to hit the winning runs?
Yeah, very good. Very easily match win comfortably.